the PS5 Pro. So just to recap what we know about it so far, firstly, that it's going to have better performance, it's going to have the ability to have a higher draw distance, it's going to be a slightly more powerful console, the whole PS4 catalogue will be coming back to it, over 8,500 PS4 games will be coming to it. There's loads of really cool stuff there. I think the thing that's taken away a lot from it is the price tag, which is, so the price tag is 700 USD, 7 plus tax, £700, and that's over 1,000 Aussie dollars, isn't it? 1,050 Aussie dollars.
Something along those lines. It's
somewhere
ridiculous.
around there.
It's ridiculous.
Obviously, for all of that money, you don't get the stand included. You've got to pay extra for that. So that's fun. We love that. Look, there's different ways that we can look at this. I think that if you don't have a PS5 already and you want the best experience playing GTA 6, potentially it makes sense. For me, I don't currently have a PS5. I'm going to buy it because I'm going to be producing content on it. And for me, it can be a bit of a tax write-off. I think that's how I justify it in my head. So I think that for me, it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, there's the other stuff, which based on the information we had from Legacy Killer HD about that leaked information, Rockstar are currently struggling to make 60 frames per second work for the game. So it doesn't matter how powerful the PS5 Pro is, 60 frames per second may not even be possible within the game engine itself. So we'll probably be talking somewhere between like 30 and 60, but like 40, because me and Project Rise, we spoke about this, outside of the podcast. A lot of people are saying it's either going to be 30 or 60, but there are frames in between that, and a lot of games out there do have variable frame rates. It could be a performance-based thing, it could be a fidelity thing. We don't know yet. We really don't know. That's something that we're going to have to wait and find out. I do think overall the console, it's impressive what they've done, but it's also completely underwhelmed a lot of the community, as we were all expecting basically a gaming PC destroyer. And if we build up a gaming PC that has similar sorts of specs to it, you come out with around a similar sort of price, maybe a little bit more, but on a gaming PC you can also do a load of other things. I think the biggest catch-22 we got here is if you want to have the best experience with GTA 6, you got to get a PS5 Pro. But the truth is, the only way that you can do that is by spending the money, and it doesn't matter how good your gaming PC is, the game isn't coming out on it. So Rockstar having this marketing deal with Sony, they know what they're doing, and I feel like it's the most anti-consumer thing out there, but also there is no other way to fix it. They can't just make the PS5 standard better. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, well, I think my thoughts were the exact same as pretty much the whole community and everyone online, that obviously the price tag is extortionate, it's ridiculous. There's a lot of features that are appealing. Like, I think I did see that fidelity mode on the PS5 Pro at 60 frames per second. Like, that seems pretty cool. I guess the downside is, anyways, look, because the GTA 6 is expected to release fall of 2025 next year. Like, what is going to be the game that's going to sell this console? Like, that's where I'm struggling to understand, comprehend where the selling point is. Like, is it more the console? It seems like it's more the console than any of the games that are going to be able to take advantage of these features. That's I guess where I'm sort of just struggling to see the selling point.
I'm 100% with you on that. 100%. Yeah. Like the thing is, like, Sony touted that there's going to be games that are going to have improved graphics for the PS5 Pro. But what games? How many games are going to have that? Obviously, we can get some upscaling for previous PS4 games. If you want upscaled PS4 games, get a PS4 Pro, because that handled that perfectly, and it's also half the price. In fact, less than half the price. You can get used ones for a couple hundred quid, a couple $100. Like, the actual initial offering, the thing that they were offering to us to be competitive, to make us want to buy it, is a game that's not out yet. And obviously that whole video of them announcing it, they of course didn't mention GTA 6 because they can't. So it feels like if they said, GTA 6 is going to run optimally on this comparatively to the PS5, that's what we all wanted to know. If it runs at and obviously we know this is wrong, but let's just say if they came out and said that it ran 75 to 100 frames per second on GTA 6 with max settings, with like 2K or 4K gameplay, whatever it is, then I'd be like, okay, $700 makes more sense. But then again, to us as YouTubers that will utilize the console to make content, it does make more sense, because we're going to be capturing gameplay in the highest resolution we can to produce the best content on the platform. but to your average consumer, a graphics comparison between the PS5 and PS5 Pro on GTA 6 will probably be the most viewed video in relation to GTA 6 when it comes out, because it all comes down to that. Most people want to buy it for that, or maybe Mafia 4 as well, but once again, we don't know anything about Mafia 4 really yet, other than that initial trailer. So
yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, I don't understand how. I mean, look, I would say Sony are going to be selling this console anyways. There's going to be those avid consumers out there that are they're going to be purchasing it. And obviously, a lot of YouTubers out there making content on it, unboxings or whatever it is. But yeah, I don't see how them at the moment, anyways, what game is out there that's going to take advantage of it at all. I know I sound like I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I just don't understand how there's really anything at the moment that's going to take advantage of those features in there. Other than, of course, GTA 6 coming out, but it's next year. So yeah, it's all cool. Like, it's cool. It's a cool looking console. There's some cool features, but for me, anyways, I think, and this is probably the same feeling that pretty much everyone watching this video right now is probably going to say. They're just going to wait till GTA 6 comes out and then pick it up at a reduced price. So
yeah, 100%. And I also think that Sony may reduce the price themselves. The backlash has been horrific. The thing is, at the moment, there's no reason to buy it at the moment, because, you know, the big thing for that is going to be Mafia 4 or GTA 6. But those games aren't coming out for like at least at a bare minimum 9 months for Mafia 4, realistically longer. So we're talking middle to end of next year when we're actually going to see the benefits from that console to 99.9% of consumers. Obviously, there are people out there that are going to want it, which I get, but you know, they're not looking to sell a couple thousand consoles, they're looking to sell millions of these things. So yeah, we'll see if they reduce the price.
We'll see.